Welcome back to Offensive Playthroughs. This is the full video to help people successfully perform the glitch for getting 100,000 zombie kills. If you just want the short version, click the card in the corner of the screen now. To perform this glitch, you will need the judo throw, so I'll show my leveling from 1 to 18, which is when I unlocked it. If you want to skip past that, you can just check the description for the timestamp. I've got you covered. Also, the raw footage has been uploaded too. I cut out the loading screens and there's no commentary. That can be found on the card in the corner now. For those who want to stick around with me through the whole process, let's go, no fucking around. Brand new sandbox, level 1. As I mentioned, all you need is the judo throw and you can do the glitch. Sadly, unlocking the skills when you level up is random. I think though that the judo throw is learnt between levels 16 and 22 or 21. I could be wrong on that. If you know otherwise, please correct me in the comments. First thing I do is grab the baseball bat and a box of nails, because I'll be needing them soon to slap the shit out of Gordon. You can use anything you want to pale him, but the spike bat will do nicely. Head down the ladder, through the corridor and out onto the silver strip. The maintenance room is on the right as you get outside. Craft the spike bat and clean Gordon's clock. This was pretty fun for me, because I'd just done a no weapons run on both Dead Rising 2 and Off the Record. So being able to beat the piss out of this bastard with a combo weapon was very cathartic. You can keep hold of the spike bat, but I decided to just dash it at a zombie. From here I grabbed the chainsaw from that maintenance room. Although there is one closer to my destination, this one's okay for the time being. With the chainsaw in hand I went all the way up to Leon's trailer and made the slice cycle. Now you could just go ahead and start slicing the fuck out of these zombies, but you'd be missing massive PP gains, and you don't want to miss those, right? So as soon as you gain control of the slice cycle, ride out of the trailer and turn left immediately. Go past the entrance to the Atlantica Casino, and then after the scaffolding take a left into the underground entrance. In here you'll want to make a sharp right and park in front of the crates. You'll know you're at the right place when you see 3 of those fucking orange service cart things. Climb up onto the stack of crates and you'll find the bike magazine. Grab this and then leap back down, get on the bike and ride straight ahead and follow the corridor as it banks to the right. Then make a left turn as it opens up into the warehouse type area. This will allow you to drive past the shelves and crates and shit into the main section of the underground. Once you've dropped onto the tracks, you can head either way, but be sure to look out for the Americana Casino sign. Once you see the sign, slide that slice cycle up into the warehouse area and you can find another magazine between the second and third row of crates on the right. This one is the Horror 1 magazine. Just one more magazine to go. This one is back out on the silver strip, so head back the way you came, or the other way if you want, fuck it, why not? But just make sure to stop when you see the sign for the silver strip, and then you can go back through the warehouse, back the way you came out onto the silver strip. Now the final magazine that we need is right by the entrance to the Fortune City Hotel. So head on down the strip to the Fortune Park and jump onto the scaffolding on the right of the hotel entrance and pick up the Horror 2 magazine now. With these 3 magazines you'll get a very useful 20% boost for all the zombie kill milestones, and your slice cycle will have 3 times the durability thanks to the bike magazine. This makes grinding to get the judo throw much easier. Now it's just a case of mowing down these zombie wankers on the slice cycle, which I find incredibly boring, but still you can always watch something in the background, or you can use a different method to get the PP, which I do soon enough. You might prefer to do laps, but I like to try and clear out the large groups of zombies by the arena and the entrances, and down the little gully by the cinema. I'm not sure if I'm actually making it longer for myself, due to turning and slowing down and shit, but it certainly feels better than just doing constant loops round and round. Kept checking the skill moves hoping I'd have that judo throw. It doesn't always pop up at the bottom which skill you unlock when you level up. But as you can see, because of the magazine boost, every time I hit 1,000 zombie kill milestone, I get 30,000 PP, which is nice. Good tip for this is drive into the underground and back out onto the strip every now and then to refresh the zombie spawns. Doing this also makes a new bike respawn, so when you think yours is close to blowing up, or it does, you can grab another chainsaw from the maintenance room, or on top of the metal structure on the left hand side of the stage where Angel Lust performed. the left side if you're facing the stage. Now the durability is around 3000 if you have the bike magazine, but you can get a new one anytime you want as long as you zone out and back in. I will show the location of the chainsaw in normal speed so you can see where it is. The chainsaw by the stage is here. This is somewhat closer to the bike trailer. You can also go into Uranus zone and then back out again to respawn the bike if you fancy mixing up a little bit with Uranus zone, that is. I might as well say now, if you like my content, slap a like on the video for me, as that would be sound. Subscribe for more Dead Rising content and eventually other games too, once I burn myself out of these. But I still have plenty more ideas for Dead Rising 2 and off the record challenge runs for the time being. And I'll also mention at some point Chuck is going to spawn in the Fortune Park and ride around the centre of it on his motorbike. Feel free to fuck him up, or don't, I didn't bother with it myself. At around 4,500 zombie kills I got bored, so I dropped a save in the centre of Fortune Park, and when I returned later I decided to have some fun before we continue the grind. You should have unlocked the combo card for the Weed Tenderizer, which is a pretty weird name, ain't it? Surely it's tenderizer, as in to tenderize something like a steak. Or even like the Tenderizer combo card, which is the MMA gloves and a box of nails combined. Fuck knows. Anyway, to make this you can grab the weed trimmer from outside the save point, take this into the maintenance room, slap it down on the workbench and grab the chef's knife from the shelf, and you can make this sick combo weapon. It gets a decent amount of PP per kill and it's pretty fun to use as well. So you can use this, or a Tesla ball is always a good shout, but I didn't make one of those for this video. Once it broke, I went back to the maintenance room and combined the battery with the rake just outside to make the electric rake, which is nowhere near as good, but it's still pretty cool, even if you don't have the combo card. Another combo weapon that I make is the air horn, which can be made in the maintenance room on the left of the entrance to the Royal Flush Plaza by combining the spray paint and the traffic cone. This weapon is like a semi-decent precursor to that totally fucking bonkers one that you can craft in Dead Rising 3. I don't remember the name, but that thing is nuts. After that, I made one more weed tenderizer and went to work on some of these undead shitbags. You know what, using this combo weapon might actually be a better method than the slice cycle, but I wasn't necessarily going for the fastest way, just trying to get that judo throw skill with the least amount of effort and the most amount of ease. And to be completely honest, I'm not sure what the actual straight up fastest method for power leveling is. For me, the best way is to just play the game in 72-hour mode. That's the most fun anyway. I did craft another combo weapon called the Dynamite. This is made from using the dynamite from the maintenance room that's almost opposite the hot Excitorama, and a hunk of meat that I found a zombie chomping on right there by the maintenance room. Take the dynamite if you also made it, and find a zombie in a large crowd and ram that meat right down that bastard's throat and let the PP flow. You know what I've also just remembered? I could have got a 20% boost to all the kills made with the combo weapons if I had have only grabbed the combat magazines from Lowy Wowie and Stan's large print books and magazines. Shit. Oh well, there's a tip for you. Don't be like me. Utilise the magazines to their full potential. But now it was time to get that judo throw skill. By fucking hook or by crook I was getting that skill. So back onto the slice cycle I go. The glitch that I will be showing is a fucking godsend for sure. Couldn't imagine doing laps of Fortune Park for 10 plus real hours just to get these 100,000 kills. I mean, it's not too bad if you're still young and no job and no kids and you've got all the time in the world to do this kind of thing. But when you're in your 30s with a family and all that and a full-time job, it's pretty fucking hard and it would take over a week to get it done. Fuck that. But I did it on Dead Rising 1 Zombie Genocider. I think it's 54,000 kills or 52,000. One thing I did notice on Dead Rising 1 is that more people have the Zombie Genocider achievement than they do the transmissionary one, which is just listening to all of the Otis calls. It's much less effort than driving around that fucking flower truck and that bloody convertible round and round the underground for 4 to 6 hours, whatever it is. Oh fuck me, I forgot as well. At one point I hit a bloody traffic cone and it knocked Frank off the bike, but the bike carried on. And when I tried to get back on it, I zoned out onto Fortune Park. Fucking proper load of bollocks that was. But since I was on foot, I figured why not make a ripper by grabbing the cement saw from outside the maintenance room and the saw blades from the shelf. This weapon is alright, but it's nothing to shout about. After that was depleted, it was time again for the slice cycle, but this will be the penultimate one that I'll make. Thank fuck for that. It felt like an eternity, but it really wasn't. It was about 58 minutes, not including the load times. 58 minutes of actively playing the game until I got the judo throw. If you're playing along at home, let me know what level you unlock the judo throw skill. I'd be interested in hearing what technique you use to level up and how long it took you to get the judo throw, and as I said, what level you got it. Did you get it before level 18 or did you get it after? Was it longer than an hour? Was it less than till you got the judo throw? Because once you've got that judo throw skill in the bag, that's it, you can move on and you can perform the glitch. That's literally the only prerequisite, is that you have the judo throw and you go into the sandbox mode. Other than that, you're good to go. As you can see, I'm not quite there just yet, but I will be very soon. After more zombie slicing, zombie dicing and PP enticing, I finally got that fucking judo throw skill at level 18.
Which was nice.
I was shitting myself that the game would freeze or some bullshit would snatch it away from me, so I went and saved the game. And then I was ready to make a new sandbox but retain my level. This way it will be easier to show just how many kills I earn when I execute the glitch. Fucking come on, it's time for the real meat and spuds now, 8. New sandbox mode, level 18, judo throw ready to roll. Grab the baseball bat and the box of nails on the way over to the ladder. Zone down. Down the hall, out onto the silver strip. Hit up the maintenance room on the right to craft that spiked bat and show Gordon the error of his ways by pushing his shit in with it. Bouncing it off his corpse afterwards is optional though. You might want to keep the bat to deal with Roger later, but that is up to you. Right now it's time to go through Hot Exciterama, through the back and into the Palisades. In here you can go straight down the corridor and access the lift at the end. Take this down and when you get out, turn to the right and you will find some queens. There's one here, 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 and here. Since I only had 7 slots, I just needed one more queen, so I got the one from the room opposite the lift. This is where you fight those 2 fucking prick agents, or scientists, in the 72-hour mode. If you have 12 slots, the best way to fill them up is to grab the 6 that I showed, then take the lift up and back down again to respawn them. Once you have as many queens as you can carry, keeping a weapon if you want of course to battle Roger, head back into the Palisades. Onwards to the Atlantica now. You will encounter some looters here, so use your weapon or place down a queen using the D-pad and fuck up these tea leaf assholes with anything you can find. I caved in their melons with an electric guitar.
Which was nice.
And don't forget to pick up the queen if you dropped it. In the Atlantica, ignore Siegfried and Roy by sticking to the right hand side, keeping an eye out for the Angel Lust poster that's sort of near the exit to the Fortune Park. Take the exit and re-enter, and this will give you a checkpoint save, just in case. Now head back to the Angel Lust poster, and this is where the magic happens. Speaking of magic, feel free to deal with Roger, because he can get irritating while you're trying to do this glitch. In here on the left wall, slightly to the left of the Angel Lust poster, make Frank walk slowly into the wall, so he bumps and stumbles. Hopefully a zombie will grab Frank. And when this happens, perform the quick time event, and once that's done, spam the attack button so that Frank smashes a queen as soon as he's thrown the zombie. You'll see my kills here go from 7 kills to 3,881 kills. Yours will do something similar. Don't ask me how this glitch works, because I don't know, but I just know it works. Source, trust me bro. And there wasn't really a decent video explaining how to do it. If you thought that was impressive and it helped you out, and it's going to help you get that achievement, I reckon that deserves a like and a subscription. No bullshit, no potato quality, even a 2.5 minute short explaining it clearly if you prefer that. So let me know in the comments what you think. After that, it's just a case of showing you that it's very easy to execute this glitch consistently. you will see that after using 4 queens, I ended up with about 15,500 kills, which is an average of 3.8 per queen. To hit the 100,000 mark, you would need around 28 queens total. At maximum inventory, that's just 3 trips, which is way better than 8+ hours of mindless grinding around Fortune Park. And if you've already got the judo throw skill, you can do this straight away. I hope it's been useful, and I hope that it blows up and lots of people can finally get that achievement or platinum trophy they've been missing. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you on the next one.